So one of the coolest things about being a missionary is that you see miracles every single day. And I mean, my companions and I, usually at the end of the day, we'd kind of, even if it was the worst day, we'd kind of look back and be like, okay, there was at least one good thing that happened. And it's cool to be able to see the hand of the Lord in your life so much. And over again, just knowing that you're in the right place at the right time for the right reason. And not like everywhere you go, oh, a miracle, but at least one of the places, you know you were led there, you know that you were there at the right time. And a lot of times it's just like this passing thought. One time my companion and I were coming home. We'd been, tracting and doing stuff all day, and we were tired and it was time for dinner. We were on our way home, and we were driving like kind of past this person that we've been trying to get a hold of for a long time, but hadn't been successful with or whatever. And I was driving, I had this like, what the heck, let's just stop by, whatever. It couldn't hurt. And we knock on the door, and long story short, we were able to come and teach them, and they were prepared, and it was the right time for them. It was, that morning they'd been talking about wanting to come back to church and wanting to have, their kids be a part of that. And it was such a blessing to be able to work with that family and to see their home change so much from when we first went, a couple months before that, to the change that they had, and to see the happiness that they got to have because of that. And I think that change that you see in people is one of the most rewarding parts of missionary work, that you can see people. And sometimes in Wisconsin, it's frustrating because a lot of people have a church and they're like, oh, I'm Catholic, I'm Lutheran, and they're okay with that, which can be frustrating. But there are people who are honestly searching for the true church. We had someone come up to us. We were doing, on your mission, you do, volunteer work in the community for maybe 2 to 4 hours a week. And we had someone come up to us and say, I've been so impressed with members of your church. I want to learn more. I'm not happy with my faith. And can I talk to someone? And I was like, yeah, you can talk to us. Perfect. And we taught him, and he was baptized 3 weeks later. And just the chance to meet people who are dissatisfied with what they have, and to be able to offer them, to be able to say with conviction that this is the Church of Jesus Christ. This is his church. This is the church that he set up. We can teach you about it, and people want that. And people who love Jesus Christ want a church that is his church. And it's not, our church isn't perfect, but the gospel is true, and it matches what people want, and to be able to offer them that is amazing. And there are just, sometimes there would just be times in my mission, people ask me, what's the happiest thing you can remember? And obviously, there were some baptisms where I just, you're so happy because they're so happy, and different things. But they're also just, I can remember like specific moments, standing in a church gym in Appleton the day before Thanksgiving, watching, some friends that we've been talking to and teaching play basketball, and just cleaning up after activity, and just being so ecstatically happy and not wanting to be anywhere else in the world. I knew it was the day before Thanksgiving. I knew I wouldn't see my family, and I didn't care. I didn't want to be home. I wanted to be there with those people, and just feeling that happiness. Or we were driving to a district meeting in Elkhorn, Wisconsin, and it was 13 below, and it was 8 a.m., and I was wearing a huge parka, and there was snow everywhere, and I was so happy. I couldn't contain. I was just so happy. And I was like, there's no reason to be happy right now, but that's the blessing of being a missionary. I loved it. I was so happy. And I don't know, there's, in your call letter, it promises you that greater blessings and more happiness than you've ever experienced await you on your mission. And I know that that's true.